About the Judas Swing, the buying model. Last week we talked about the selling model, and most people want to know how do I use it for buys. Okay, so this one is very much simple. It's the same as the selling model, but you just twist it around. It's the opposite of the selling side. Now we want to see an aggressive push to the downside. Think about it as a double U. Remember when we were trading patterns and we had W and M, right? That is the Judas swing. It is the same pattern. The only different thing is we don't care about the equal highs. We don't want to see price committing completely creating or forming that W. So what you know is if price would come back here, that's where we create the second arm for the W, okay? So what we want to see is before price creates the W, we want price to push aggressively to the downside. So these are the sellers over the side. Okay, so we have the sellers. Then we want price to come back and close the selling orders, come back to the downside. Right? When it comes back to the downside, that is when you will be buying. So you're not a buyer here, you're a buyer here on the second arm of the W. Okay? So you are a buyer there, right? So we want to see a retracement of the sellers. So we want to see a push up coming to the sellers side, which is your fair value gap. I already talked about the fair value gap. It's on the channel, just replay that. And then we want to see an aggressive push to the downside, and then you want to be a buyer there, okay? So let us use this example, okay? So there's an aggressive push to the downside. There's always a need for the aggressive push to the downside, because once price push aggressively to the downside, there is an aggressive push to the upside that is coming. So that is a bonus right there. Every time there is an aggressive push to the downside, there is an aggressive push that is coming to the upside, because price is what is excited. Therefore, we need to be closing those orders of the imbalance, okay? Of price, okay? So the same method we used here. We want to see aggressive sellers. We want to see a retracement of the W. When price comes back to form or to close the W, we want to be waiting on that fair value gap to be buyers. That is the buying model of the Judas swing. Okay, fine. So this is the first arm, the push. That's the first arm, push to the downside. So we want a retracement of this fair value gap. It doesn't have to be a big move. It doesn't have to be an aggressive wick. We just need to see a pullback right there. So we want to see something like that. We want to see a pushback down. So where are we waiting? We're waiting over there for our buys, okay? So we're going to replay that real quick, okay? So we want to see price now pushing a bit down, push up, that's nice, like lovely times. So if you're seeing something like this, there's no reason for you to hesitate. Why? We had a sell, we had a buy, we had a retracement. This is the same thing. We had a sell, we had a buy, we need a retracement. That is all there is to it. There is no fancy word. You don't have to think about or second guess yourself. You now need to get in, because remember fair value gap, guys. 1, 2, 3. This is your fair value gap, okay? So you need to be getting in for those buys now, okay? You're not looking at liquidity, you're looking at fair value gap. The arm, the second little arm, that is your W, tracement to that, get in. That's a W formed right there, okay? So you're going in with your longs now, okay? We're targeting those highs right here. We are looking at this high. We are looking at that high right there, okay? If price wants to come back, come there, that's great. If not, that's perfect. Not a problem. We are very flexible traders. We trade the strategy. We don't trade with our ego, okay? See price coming just a bit down and pushing back to the upside, okay? We have an order here that we can use that for an exit plan, or we have that level here. We even have this fair value gap as exit. Fair value gaps, guys, you cannot just only use them for entries. They are also used for exits, okay? So we're just going to go long there on the retracement of the fair value gap, and maybe looking at those low. So your stop loss is always the low of the second candle of the fair value gap, and we can be targeting just a little bit over that level over there, and we want to see how will that now play out. So we need to see that retracement down. That's the retracement, okay? We have now a nice push to the upside. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. So if you can see over here now, if you can remember what we talked about, if you can see that push first leg, second leg of the W, just think about, try and simplify these things for yourself so that you don't prolong your process. As I always say, you're seeing this and you're thinking, oh my God, his stuff is so difficult. Oh my God, I have to know all of these terms. Leave the terms, leave the wording. The terms are not going to make you money. It's the process behind the strategy, is your thinking behind it. So if you want to simplify it and think of, oh, it's a W, oh, it's a retracement, it's a pullback, then you will get used to it quicker and you'll move on, you know, and you can, you know, go through and pass the challenges, you know, because we're not here to be beautifying our charts and trying to put all of these things that don't even make money. What we need to do is to simplify it for ourselves. So we need to see the arm. This is the arm, okay? Let me use this. We want to see the first arm. This is the arm, okay? We want to see the push to the upside. This is the push to the upside, okay? Now the W is not done. We want to see a push down, okay? This is the push, okay? We want to see a push to the upside. This is the push to the upside, and that is the W. It does not matter how you put it. It does not matter what you think. It does not matter what you say. It is the W, right? It is the W. It is simplified. It is made easy. And you just need to go in your charts and see it for yourselves. So I really, really hope that you guys really enjoyed this video. There is not much. I try to simplify the things for like 10 minutes because it's really not that much. That's just the Judas swing. The buying model of the Judas swing is the arm, is the retracement, is the pullback, and then is the push to the upside again, you know? So if you missed an entry here, for instance, now if you were more advanced, you would wait on the second candle. There will be another retracement and need to push again to the upside. But that will take time, but all you need to do is to wait for that first arm, a retracement down, and a push to the upside, and you can bag over 200 pips with the strategy. I've tested it and it does not have so much downside to it. It has actually more pips. If you are a swing trader with this strategy, it is amazing. You can bag almost 1,000 pips if you can wait even for a week or two. Like for me, on my personal account, I like to wait for a week or two, and it bags so much money. So you need to go there and practice, and do comment down below if you find the video helpful for you. To like, to subscribe. I do appreciate all of you guys that are viewing my content. Thank you so much, my brothers and sisters, and cheers.